Nishmas, Etta, Ahuva, Tmura, Perik Beis, Mishnah Gimel. So the beginning of this mission is going to be a chazara on a lot of the column that we learned in the first Perik and the beginning of the second Perik. Shloimie Bekachim, maybe Temurah, maybe Bekachim. There's a chumrah of Kachim over Temurah and a chumrah of Temurah over Kachim. Shakachim Oisim Temurah, ve'in Temurah Oiseh Temurah, like we learned in Perik Aleph, Mishnah Hey. Hatzibar v'ashotun makdishin avaloi mamirin. The din of hekdesh applies by a tzibur and a shotif, but not by Temurah, like we learned in Perik Aleph, Mishnah Vav. Makdishin evarim v'ubrim avaloi memirim. Hekdesh will be chal on an aver and an uber, and Temurah is not, like we learned in Mishnah Vav as well. We had a machlokes tana on what the reason is for that. Chomer b'Temurah shakadusha chala balas mum kavua ve'eni yoytze l'chulin ligadzis v'la'avayda. Kodshim is not chal on a bal mum kavua. If it was kodam mum kavua lehegdish, the hegdish is not chal, but Temurah will be chal le'inyan, that it will have the halacha of kodam hegdesham le'mumam, that when you're paid it, you're not. It's aser begiza ve'avayda. And this we learned earlier in Perik Aleph, Mishnah Beis. It said mamirin, and it said min hatmimim al balimum, min balimum al tmimim, because the pasuk says lo yachifena b'l yom ha'reisa toy b'ra ira b'toy. So now the Mishnah says nu halacha Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda Omer asa shegeg k'mezid b'Temurah v'lo asa shegeg k'mezid b'mukdashin. By hegdish, shegeg does not have a halacha like mezid, and by Temurah it does. The Gemara learns it out from a pasuk. My time there, Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda Yeh Kodesh is a rabbi shegeg k'mezid. And the Gemara says Heichi dami shegeg k'mezid. What is the case of shegeg k'mezid? We'll just say the first pshat is that he thought that he was allowed to do Temurah. So by Temurah you're going to get malchus, but by Kodshim, even though if you didn't know that you were not allowed to be magdish abal mum, then you're not going to get malchus. There are several other pshatim in the Gemara. The Mishnah continues, over here, by these psulim, everyone is maskim that loy kedeshim v'loy makdishin. Even by Temurah, the Gemara says loy kedeshim means amar shmuel loy kedeshim b'Temurah v'loy makdishim. Lastly is Temurah, that if you make an animal say zeh tacha zeh, the Temurah is not going to be chal, and if it's the source also, these animals can be the source to have Temurah chal from them onto another animal. The Gemara says, how's that possible that it became Kaddish in the first place? And the Gemara explains that. Mishnah Gimel, Elu Kodshim, Perik Gimel, Mishnah Aleph, Elu Kodshim, Shavu the same with Temurah same kiyetzi behen. We find by certain karbanas that not only is the carbon Kaddish, but its Vlad is Kaddish as well, and Temurah is Kaddish as well. That we've already learned that Temurah is chal. But over here, the Mishnah is going to be more explicit, legabe what? So the Mishnah says, v'vladan ad soif kol ha'olam, and it will translate to the third and fourth, all the generations afterwards of this animal. Harei elu kishlamim, v'tun esmichon, nesachim, tenufa, v'chaz v'sheik, it needs all the halachas that a shlamim needs. Rabbi Eliezer, emre vlad shlamim, lo yikar shlamim. Rabbi Eliezer says, he argues and he says, no, the child of a shlamim, you cannot be makriv as a shlamim. The Gemara on Daf Yches says, my time in the Rabbi Eliezer, and the Gemara first says it's Gzeiras Hakasa, but then the Gemara comes out, it's Gzeira Shema Yigdal Mehem Adarim, because if you would allow the animal, the child of the animal, to be brought, so people are going to hold on to their shlamims, and thereby it will give birth to children, and those children, they'll be able to be makriv a shlamim. We're afraid that if we do that, then there's going to be a problem. What's the problem? Rashi says, if you have all these kachim animals around your house, you're going to wind up shearing them and using them for malacha, not realizing that they are kachim. However, the chachamim say that you could be makir this actual vlad as a carbon shlamim. A third shita, Amar Rab Shimon, lo nechaku avlad vlad shlamim ba'alvad vlad Temurah shelo yikrav. This machlokes that we just said, Rabbi Eliezer and the Chachamim, is only by the first generation. But the second generation, everyone's maskim, the Pashub Shad reading this is that Shalo Yikr, that you shouldn't be makar. There's a different side in the Gemara, but on this Pshat, everyone's masking that Lo Yaakov. The reason is the Gemara says because Mitoich Maisen Nikeres Machshavte to the Gadol Kaboy. Everyone's going to be masking over here to the Gzeira of Sheba Yigla Mehem Edarim Adarim, like we said before, that you're going to come with Giza Lavoid if you already have the third generation sticking around your house. The Mishnah ends off, Hader Bishuv Pafayas Avad Shlomim Sheyikov Shlomim. Bishuv Pafayas said Edis, like we said earlier, like the Shita of the Chachamim, that it's Yikrav, that you could bring the child of a Shlomim as a carbon Shlomim. Amar Pafayas Animeyed Shaisal Lanu Parazivche Shlomim Bachanu Bepesach Vachalnu Vlod Shlomim Bechag. We had a scenario like this. So at the end of the day, we had two animals. We had the mother and we had the child. The mother we brought on Pesach and we ate it as a Shalmei Psachim, and on Chag we brought it as a carbon shlomim. So the Gemara assumes we brought the Vlad. So the Gemara assumes that they brought the Vlad on Sukkos. The Gemara asks, according to Rava, this Gemara is in Rosh Hashanah as well, according to Rava that holds that kivin she'avar aleim regel echad kol yom yom over aleim bal ta'acher, there should be a problem about ta'acher leaving it over all the way till Sukkos. You can only have one regel. So the Gemara says two pshatim, either koin shehaya chayla ba'atzeres, which I believe I don't have in front of me. I think the Gemara Rosh Hashanah says that that's machlokes Rashi and Taisus if the animal itself was a chayla or the bailam were a chayla, but he wasn't able to bring the Vlad on Shavuos, therefore he brought it on Sukkos. Or Rashi says that Enochanami Chag over here doesn't mean Sukkos, it means Shavuos. So they brought the mother animal on Pesach and they brought the child animal on Shavuos, so it was taka within one regel.